Roblox, right? They held their investor day. They had earnings 2 weeks ago. They held their investment day last week as well. Just in case you are like me and you are in your 30s and you don't really play what 13-year-old plays anymore. Roblox is a computer game, right? But it's essentially a gaming platform where people come in and create more games on the platform, and you can play with your friends and all that. So I haven't played it, but reading about it really looks like a social network for teens, right? More so than what we use Instagram or TikTok. It's a way for teens to socialize and play games with each other. So it's a game plus a platform plus a social network. Why we are talking about it is after earnings, they had decently good earnings. After Investor Day, they sold their vision of the metaverse. The stock price went up 40% in 2 days. Right, it's come down a bit since, right, thanks to the general market. But yeah, that's the gist of what has happened at Roblox.
Wow, interesting. So yes, I mean, I've not heard much about this. I heard of the name mainly because I scroll Facebook and then you see like sort of games and they're like, oh, powered by Roblox or played in Roblox or something like that. But you mentioned their target market here are teens, and it's an online creation platform.
Yeah, sorry. So they have been hot about teens. They have been hot with teens, which we wouldn't know because we are not in that demographic. But they are trying to target people like us, right? They are trying to get more developers on board. And why, and I think that the fundamental reason why this has been seen, or this is seen a bit as a metaverse play is, if we zoom out a bit, what the metaverse is really a virtual world where people interact as if they are in the real world, right? You kind of cut across physical boundaries and you interact, and that's exactly what Roblox is. You create an avatar, you go and do activities with your friends, you play different games developed by different people with your friends. That's the very basic idea of a metaverse. So they launched a whole slew of things. They have directional audio, directional video. Apparently, they can track if you enable certain features. They can track your face. So when you talk on your microphone in the game, your avatar face changes with you as well.
Wow, right? Very cool.
And that's
brand new version of Face ID.
And that's creating the realism, right? Exactly. So fantastic. What else have they been doing?
Nice.
They're merging the real and the virtual. So Nike
what are
is
they doing
opening
there?
up a virtual store. They are getting real world brands to open up fake stores in virtual land. Nike's opening up an official store. You can buy Nike products for your avatars.
Oh wow!
Theoretically, sooner or later, you can buy real Nike products through the Roblox store. But that's a while away.
And it ships to your house.
You can see their e-commerce. Yeah, and it ships to your house, right? So e-commerce, shipping it's there, right? You see the optionality here, right? You have your developers coming on, you have your e-shopping, your commerce coming on, you have a social network. You see the flywheel building, right? Which is why it's so attractive. And to lock in that demographic, they are actually looking to partner with educational institutions. So they will go to schools and like, hey, why don't you have a virtual classroom in school, in Roblox, right? It's really just a way to generate more and to have more people on their platform. So I'm like, oh, this is the beginning of the metaverse, cool. Man. We are in the future.
Definitely. Very cool. It really feels like a metaverse, right? And if they're doing it with schools, it's very soon that they'll be doing it with corporations as well, because as we all know, like everyone sort of work from home and we still want to interact. So if they can do it with schools, why not do it with corporations as well? And that could also get into the 30, 40-year-olds.
Yeah, but we have teams who are also launching their new avatar 3D thing together with Meta platforms, now formerly known as Facebook. Sorry, I'm going to say that from now on, just because Meta is a confusing word. But yeah, I think that's, you can see that the green shoots of all this coming, right? It's the beginning of more immersive communication. I mean, I don't know how much you want to see the face of your boss when you talk to him and see his displeasure when you give him work. But yeah, that seems to be the way we are going.
Well, I would disable that Face ID thing. So I don't want him to see my reaction to whatever he or she wants to tell me. So
Yeah,
No,
I don't want him to see my eyes like scrolling Facebook while I'm
Yeah, no.
supposedly listening to him talk.
Oh, the amount of times I roll my eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
no, but I mean, I think this is really cool, right? It's effectively the early adopter, if we can even still call it that, into this metaverse until we really sort of understand what's going on. And you can definitely see this flywheel going, like because of the number of people on their platform. Nike has, like what you said, Nike is already happy to get started, and if Nike goes in, then we're clearly going to get other brands as well. And before you know it, right? For all you know, when you mentioned that you can buy the Nike store and it'll ship to your house, you can try it on the avatar to see if it fits, or something to that effect. Is that right?
Yeah. I think that, well, the e-commerce part will have to build up, right? I think that there have been a lot of attempts at, virtual shopping, but real sizing. And that was an experiment in progress. So that will continue. But yeah, I think, it's interesting at least. It's a good start. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's a buy? What's your takeaway from this?
Yeah, so if we're coming down into this, and for coconuts listening as well, you mentioned the price went up 40%. Was it in the last 2 weeks?
It was last week actually. I think it went up to 140. If I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
and then obviously it's dropped since.
It's 120 now. Yeah.
120.
Last night everything dropped, right? And they dropped 10%.
Course.
Yes.
Got it. Yes. So I mean, at 120, and it was at 140, was what you said. Ooh, I think again, if it's a long-term play and you can see this flywheel spinning, I think it's decent, right? Whether it's moving down to 100. I think if I take a look, just 6 months ago, it was around 100. Now it's at 120. You're not really losing much. I do see a lot of expansion there, especially with the amount of people and utilization that is coming in. Well, if they can fix this e-commerce thing, if they can fix this education thing, we get more users, more time on that platform. I think it's a decent one to look at if you haven't already if you're not into the space. What are your thoughts here, Anthony?
Yeah,
too big for shoes, or
I think so. I mean, look, I think it's interesting. It's expensive, right? It's what, 40 price sales, even at the current price, but. Yeah. What isn't expensive now?
Exactly.
we keep talking about this, but it's okay. A correction's coming. I'm like 70% sure of it. So, I mean, again, I'll wait, right? You take a starter position, you DCA slowly, right? There's no need to build a full position now. So yeah, buy a bit, hold it, do more research, see how they develop. I mean, look, the metaverse will take years to come to fruition, right? There's no need to build it all in now and take all the risks now. You can buy a bit every few months, and as long as they progress, right? And you track their progress, and it's fun, right? Maybe you should play the game before you buy it. I don't know, right? I think it's always nice to try a product before you invest in it if you can, right? So yeah, I think potential, something definitely on my watch list. But then that's like 50 different stocks. So not a very big honor